Hello, everybody. Welcome back to World Cup 2023. This is some NXL action. We are deep into divisional playoffs. All right. Introduce yourself, my new co-host.
My name is Stephen Williams, CEO, owner of Transfuse. You guys probably have seen us for the past few years. And, happy to be here. Love paintball.
It's great to have you. We're going to watch some Divisional 4, Divisional 5 X-Ball finals. This is for all the marbles. Everybody's going to act with utmost sportsmanship because it's the finals. That's how paintball works if you're not familiar with it. So first up, we're going to see Jackpot versus Air Capital Threat. Jackpot on the left, Air Capital Threat on the right. You doing any playing here this weekend? You're just representing the company.
Just working the booth right now, but hopefully I'll do NXL next year.
That's nice of you to go easy on all these teams out here and not rip them to shreds.
3 seconds.
All right, so first off, we're going to have a Divisional 4 X-Ball matchup between Jackpot and Air Capital Threat.
10 seconds.
This is for the trophy.
All the marbles. Here we go.
Yeah. These are tough divisions to come out of considering they are swelled during World Cup. All right, we are off. Looks like a pretty clean breakout for both teams. No, as I say that.
One eliminated.
Yeah. So 5 up for Jackpot, 5 on 4.
5 on 3.
Yeah, oh man, they're dropping. Air Capital Threat has run into a anti-aircraft battery, apparently.
Oh, they're really tight right there. We got the home, the 2, and tower.
Jackpot into the snake. They're into the snake too. Right now, I don't think Capital has anything to stop them from just pushing up the snake and doing whatever he wants.
Oh, we have ref coming in.
So Jackpot's going to look across field, see if he can pick up a quick kill. Frankly, if he doesn't see it, he should keep going. And that is exactly what he's going to do. Nope, backs up a little bit. I don't like where he is. He's kind of laying in the open. I'd like to see him commit to either making the move up or staying back, and he is committing. So he's going to get to this brick. Air Capital spread out to that D1. They're in the juice box and the stand-up can. Jackpot at the home, the Snake 50, which is the big one. The home moves up to the Snake Tower. They also have the Snake Side can and the D1.
Dropping into 50. See if we can take some bites out of this. Patience, there we go.
Yeah. So he's going to wrap 50. I think he's focused on the home, but I'm not sure there's anybody home right now.
No.
Right now, I think he might be shooting an empty bunker.
A little tactical retreat back here.
Yeah. I think the Air Capital player out there in the D1, he bumped up to D2. If I'm not mistaken. Capital also has that juice box in the middle.
So lay down juice box, and then we have the can left.
And there we go. Jackpot's filling in the snake, so they're bulking up. So even if they lose their front player in the snake can be a little bit more ambitious if he wants now. He's got backup. Yep, kill 4. And there we go. Capital Threat's going to towel out.
We have yellow. Red flags.
I think they're going to have the bodies to fill it, though. Yeah. Okay. So Air Capital Threat, they flirt with disaster by getting a penalty right there at the very end. Not advisable, but they get away with it because I think they have enough bodies to fill it. Right. So what teams do you have any sponsored teams out here this weekend?
Nothing. We have Hurricanes, and then we have a lot of the guys out there. There's nothing official, but the whole NXL is running off of Transfuse and Transcend.
Yeah. So you own everybody secretly. You're kind of a quiet empire in the background.
I'm the Wizard of Oz. I'm the guy behind the green.
The puppet master.
Yes.
All right, now I feel threatened, so I'm going to slink out of the booth. All right, so next up we have Dynamic versus, and I'm going to butcher that. You know what? I'm going to make you announce this name so I don't take the fault for it.
Ryukyu Kings. Ryukyu. Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm apparently not into anime enough to...
Ryukyu.
Yeah, Ryukyu. All right, Dynamic on our left, Ryukyu Kings on my right. I'm going to confidently announce it, whether it's right or not. Kind of a delayed run out to the snake wall, but it certainly works for Dynamic. He's going to immediately bump into the snake, too. I like that. He got there before the snake tower over here for the Kings could pick up on the movement. They know he's there now, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to make that last bump to the snake 50. 5 alive both sides, if I'm not mistaken. How's our breakout looking for the Kings over there?
Oh, we have the guy at the tower there. He's checking himself. Yeah, eliminated.
So we have D for the Kings. We have D1. We have the Dorito side tower. They lost that snake tower. They do have home, and the snake side candy's going to bump out to that corner.
Oof, little cake here.
Dynamic losing their home player. They still have the snake side tower and the snake 50. I see movement over on the Dorito side, though, for the Kings. Kings are crossing the 50 under the Dorito 3.
Up.
Oh, they peel off Sanchez of Dynamic out of the snake. Loses his life doing it, but that's a fair trade. I'll take that trade every day.
What do we have here? A 3-on-1?
Yeah, Dynamic moving up to the Dorito 2. I'm not...
Oh, aggressive bump up the D side. No, he's eliminated. Trade.
Yeah, I think Kings might be able to walk this in.
Snake corners peeking around.
Yeah, I believe that may be it for Dynamic. I'm not seeing any bodies live. I think it's just going to take a moment for the Kings to figure that out themselves. This is that jittery, ghosty time of the game where you're like, are there players left alive? I don't want to be the guy that walks right into a gun
Hide-and-go-seek game.
and looks like an idiot on the webcast, no less.
There we go.
All right. I would assume that Dynamic towed out of that just to save clock. All right. Well, good work for Kings. Frankly, I thought the Kings were on the losing end of that one.
Yeah.
I thought Dynamic was really in the control of that one.
Really flip that game around.
Yeah. I would say that was a great move for the Kings when they ran up the D side 50, crossed the 50. They got to the D3. Here's the breakout, by the way. Oh, there's a it's false start. It's legal as long as he retags and he doesn't shoot his gun before he retags. So, by the way, listen to the webcast. There'll be a lot of people that aren't necessarily hardcore tournament players. So sometimes it's good to explain this stuff. A retag is fine as long as you don't shoot your gun.
2 seconds.
There you go. Clean breakout by the Kings. All right, we're going back to Air Capital Threat versus Jackpot. Have you had a chance to look at this field or play it or? I
played it very briefly on the weekend before.
Yeah.
My team had me playing Snake. I don't know why. I'm big boy, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely on lay down juice box. Yeah, the whole D side covered. But for me, just taking bites out from the Snake and just being methodical with it.
What's your team?
I was playing with DC Storm in
DC Storm,
Maryland. Yeah,
All right.
and our paintball there.
Give them a little bit of a little promo. Throw the name out there.
Shout out to DC Storm.
There you go. They would be very upset with you if you didn't take that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Let's play T-ball with these.
They'll sit me on the bench the whole thing.
Yeah, you're done. All right, Air Capital Threat on my left, Jackpot on my right. Threat is down 0-1. Tons of time on the clock. There we go. I think he took one. Did he take one to the back? No, that's just some yellow lettering. So clean 5 alive, but really aggressive second here by Air Capital Threat. I don't know if it works.
50.
Yeah, it didn't work. Ooh, I think he might have got shot in the tender bits.
Are we going to have a flag? Yep.
So he did get hit. My eyes did not deceive me.
We have action. And their
another
wedge is gone.
Another Jackpot walking off. You're hit on your butt pack, sir. He's, number 23 for Jackpot is trying to figure out how the hell he got called out. But yeah, I think when he was diving, he got picked on the butt pack and just didn't see it. So that resulted in a minor. There you go. That was an easy game for Capel. I mean, it didn't feel like they really had to struggle their way through that one. So you've played this field a little bit. How would you attack it?
Obviously, it's one-sided. Either you push heavy on the D side or on the Snake side. The way I played with my team, I'm usually the one. So they'll probably set me up the gut or lay down juice box and just watch D side and ice off the D side. But yeah, for the most part, just working and just try to solve the puzzle, whether you push heavy on D side or Snake side. But definitely with this Snake 50 here, you can get a lot of action, a lot of angles.
I love one of the words you just used, and that's puzzle. I like to think of paintball often as a puzzle. When you're out there in a bunker, you got guys on your left, guys on your right, whatever this situation. There's a million different scenarios. And if you're a smart player, you have to sit there for a second and think, what's the solution here? Is it drop back? Is it move forward? Is it move left? Is it put a gun? What have you? So I like the puzzle solving side of it. So
I tell people it's like 4D chess. Playing angles and just moving the
4D
pawns.
chess. He skipped right past 3D. We're playing interdimensional chess. Good Lord. I can't even play two-dimensional chess. All right, so we're going to have Kings on my left, Dynamic on my right. Again, just a 1-point lead, 8 minutes on the clock. Kind of a long point, though. That was a surprisingly long point to get to there.
Game on.
All right.
Okay, we got God save.
Clean breakout for Kings. One of the Dynamic players getting a check, though, in this snake wall 1. Oop, might have been a hit on that insert. Yeah, the God bunker's taking a walk for the Kings. So I think we're 4-4, if I'm not mistaken. Nice bump up by the Dynamic from the D1 to the D2. Uh-oh. Oh, tragedy strikes. Ryukyu Kings just got a minor. That's going to kind of gut the middle of their team. They do have the snake corner, and I believe the D1, so I think we're about to enter cross-up territory.
Yeah. I hate that cake. That cake, I gotta make myself into smaller.
Preaching to the choir. And there's another minor going up. I think the Kings are going to lose their last 2 players. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that cake. No bueno, man.
No bueno.
Oh, man.
You don't feel it until afterwards, and you get home, and your back's like, you can't even
Just
bend.
stitched. By the way, we watched an amazing game between the Cheetahs and I'm going to say it was Destiny. I'm actually kind of. And it was an amazing game. Cheetah player was stuck in that cake in a 4-on-1. She was all alone in a 4-on-1 in the worst bunker that has ever been invented by man. Mm-hmm. And she shot a player coming for her, which resulted in a major. I'm sorry, it was a 4-on-1 or 5. Yeah, resulted in a major, so 3 bodies walk off. I'm sorry, it was a 5-on-1. So 3 bodies walk off due to that. Another player comes to bunker her. She not only shoots her, but pulls back. This is Lizette Barnes of Cheetahs. Pulls back in so she keeps herself alive. So now it's a 1-on-1. She gets up to trot down the field, not even realizing there's a player left, and just on pure reflex, snap shoots out the last snake player. And then Cheetahs went on to win the next game. They're in the finals. They're going to be over there in the pro field probably right about now. Lizette Barnes, absolute hero in the worst bunker on this field, hands down. Yeah.
And that's what paintball is all about.
Yeah.
Moments like that.
So I've heard. I've never experienced. I'm usually on the wrong side of the equation to that. All right, Capital Threat on the right, Jackpot on the left. Jackpot doubles up the back can over on the snake side. I've never seen that before. Nice smooth movement over here by Air Capital Threat. They kind of do a double up the middle and then immediately start breaking out to Juice Box and center wedge.
I believe this is the son and the father playing the can, right?
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Is the father going to scold the son? Send him to his room?
He's definitely joysticking him right now.
So first player walking off for Jackpot. So I think Air Capital Threat has a 5-on-4 advantage. I am told that Impact and Dynasty are going to be playing for the finals over there on the pro field. But don't turn away. Stick with this field. Please. This is the better webcast, I beg of you. Yeah, they're still doubled up in that can. There we go. Finally makes the move out into the God bunker. Uh-oh. I see a flag. Yep, there it is. Minor on an Air Capital Threat. Their player in that middle wedge pulled a minor. Not sure why.
They seem a little bit confused, too. They're looking around.
At the same time that gentleman was walking off from the God bunker for Jackpot. This suddenly turned into a very messy game.
Yeah.
I think Air Capital Threat has that D1. Anything else over there in blue jersey?
I believe it's just the island, that's it.
So Jackpot player, very cautious in the snake. We saw that the first game. He's and I'm okay with that. I'd rather have a player being a little bit too cautious than a little bit too cavalier with his life, but now we have a Jackpot player moving up to D2. So they really the game here is, can they just identify where that last body is? He's going home, and I'm afraid he's about to get blown up by this snake. There it is.
There we go.
Yeah. Good move. Jackpot should be able to walk this in. Am I incorrect?
Was that D-side bumping too?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Air Capital. I don't know why we're whispering. They can't hear us.
It's exciting.
Air Capital Threat up at that Dorito 50. So it's 2-on-1. This snake is not engaged in it. I'm not sure he knows
no
about
vision.
it.
He can't see anything.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to do a drop back. Oh, there was a chance. There was a chance for the Jackpot player and the snake to see it. There it is. He sees it.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Awesome.
And Air Capital Threat. That was dramatic.
Point approved.
Nice work by Little Man. I think that's number, is it 27 or 07?
You got to keep an eye on that guy. He's
Yeah.
the future of paintball right there.
All right, Dynamic Kings 1-1. Let's see the other match. We're at 2-1. Jackpot 2-1. Can you read that feed? Anything interesting in the chat coming up? Any unmentionable words being used?
Typical
paintball players. Hey, this represents the cream of the crop. Most paintball players are not able to type or spell, so congratulations, you made it onto the chat feed and you're legible.
2 seconds.
All right, Dynamic versus Kings 1-1, 7 minutes 14 seconds.
If anyone in the chat could comment how to pronounce their
Yeah,
names, Ryukyu Kings.
Can you send a
Help
sound
us out,
clip?
guys. Help
Send a
us out.
sound clip to our production team and just Ryukyu. And then they can dub it over our lips like true anime style.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Production crew hates me. They're not going to do any of this.
Game on.
All right, there we go. It looks like a clean breakout for both teams. As I say that, ref going in to check that God bunker. On Dynamic. That is a big bunker. You don't want to lose that because that's your best route into the snake. He's clean. So I think we got 5-on-5. Home player for Dynamic, bumping out.
One from Ryukyu is down.
Takes a walk. Where'd that body come from for Ryukyu?
I believe from D side.
Okay. There is a lane you got to go through if you want to get to that D1 on the breakout. I don't know how often teams are dedicating guns to it, but because teams are not generally going to the D1 on the breakout. It's a little bit of a mind game there. So 5-on-4 advantage for Dynamic. You know what's interesting stylistically? Neither of these teams are really trying to get into the snake the way I would expect them to. They're a little bit slow in doing it or not dedicating the same resources. There we go. Bump out to the corner by Ryukyu.
Oh, here we go. Thank you, Jordan Collins. It's Ryukyu.
Ryukyu. Jordan Collins, you're the hero that this broadcast deserves. There you go. Good move up by number 13. I believe that's Thompson for the Kings. He's into that snake wall 1. It's a good defensive position to slow down the Dorito side. Counter move by Dynamic. They get into the same snake wall 1.
There we go.
Dynamic now has both towers. The game has entered a little bit of that slow down period, the puzzle solving period, I guess we should call it.
Just knowing where the bodies are and
Yeah.
covering your X's and O's. People in the chat, chime in. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys watching the stream from? What city? Where are you repping?
You're gonna drop a link in for Transcend, aren't you? You're gonna get one of your minions on it.
Oh man, I am so dehydrated.
What would help me now?
Some sort of transfusion.
All right, Dynamic up into that snake too. The inside snake. It's number 13. He's looking cross. I think he's locked on to the Dorito 2.
I believe maybe even D3, D3, D2.
Yeah.
S1 from Dynamic.
So the Dynamic has that snake tower alive, and he's really got to lock onto this snake wall 1, Thompson number 13, prevent him from getting up, right? And I would say, wow, they're both 13. So the snake is being controlled by 13s from both teams. Both teams. That's interesting. Sanchez of Dynamic, I wouldn't mind seeing him drop and try to bounce out to that 50 brick. I don't think Kings have anything really to stop him. He does a little bit of a drop back in a snake wall too. You know what? To be fair, it is 1-1. This is a big point, especially as this much time is rolling off the clock.
It's definitely a pivotal point for the...
Oh, good move. The Kings move up to that center wedge. The Dynamic player over here, Sanchez, number 13, picks up the movement, just doesn't get his gun up in time.
All right, we have a snap out going on. S2 on S2.
It's a little 13-on-13 game here in the snake.
I guess they're looking in and again.
I believe that's Simon in the middle for the Kings. He's going to make a bump out to that Dorito 50.
Okay, you open up the field. Good.
Yeah.
There
Nobody
we go.
saw. I don't think they saw it. Oh no, that tower saw it.
Ah.
That tower's going to punish him. You know what? There was puzzle solving. It didn't work out quite as well as it should have, but that was good puzzle solving. I really don't mind that. I don't mind the attempt.
We have a D-side bump. Oh, nope, D-side's done. I believe he's an aisle in now.
So we have Dynamic going ahead and bumping up that D3. They still control the snake side tower and the snake wall 1. Yeah, Kings are going to towel out really for time reasons. All right, well, congratulations on that point. Here I am just drinking regular old water. It's so boring. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Hey, water alone, it's just going to flush you out. You're just diluting your own body's nutrients, right?
Yeah, what a shame. If only there was a product that could solve that.
But yeah, the claim to fame is basically coconut water, Pedialyte, Gatorade, and Emergency stacked into one stick packet. So all the guys love it, and especially with these hot days. Like some of these teams are coming from different countries. They're coming from up north. A lot of Canadian teams.
Yeah.
They're not used to this humidity.
Yeah,
and
it
they're
is
just dropping
nasty.
like flies.
Well, right now, crowd voting has Dynamic with a slight edge, 54% over Ryukyu. Ryukyu?
Please
Oh,
seconds.
Ryukyu. C-O-O. So O-O-C-O-O.
You're adding the Street Fighter flair.
10 seconds.
All right, Capital Threat on my left, Jackpot on my right. There's 6.5 on the clock. Looks like I got a runner for Jackpot, probably heading to the D1 or D2. D2. Does he make it?
And we doubled up on Cam on
Yeah, they do it
Jackpot
again. That is, I've not seen that all week, and I've never seen a double up on this can.
Very interesting. I definitely want to talk to them afterwards. And
Yeah,
see
and,
what it was.
and it doesn't appear like the game plan is instantly get out of there. Well, okay, instantly get out of there because you get shot. But they were happy to stay in that can for quite a while the previous point.
And it's funny because when I practiced, I was at the tower there, and if I raised my marker up like this over my head, I was able to get the angle on S1.
I've seen a bit of that this weekend. It's really funny. All right, Capital Threat down by a point. There's 6 minutes, so time's not too worried about time right now. They got the D1, the Snakeside can, that Snake Tower, although I'm interested to see the Snake Tower's not staying on Snakeside. I believe they also have the Juice Box.
We got the can eliminated.
Oh, there it is. So the can's eliminated. Right now, Air Capital Threat controls this Snakeside. They can kind of do whatever they want. As long as they can get through the cross shots of Jackpot, they should be able to get in the Snake and just goal the whole length.
It's a good fill on Jackpot side, yeah.
Good point. They should put 2 or 3 more bodies into there.
Yeah. Or, you could do the flying V and just fly right down the field. You know?
We've been calling that the kamikaze formation, when you're just sending flying bodies up through the middle of this field. It actually works pretty well in this field. There's a lot of vision blockers up the middle.
Absolutely.
There we go. Big move by Jackpot up into that D50.
Can's being checked in Jackpot.
Counter move by Air Capital Threat up to the middle 50.
All right, now we have a snake player. We have action. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.
Well, let's see who figures out who first. Oh, here's the gunfire. Number 6 is going to pay for it with his life. Oh. The Air Capital Threat player walking off just got bonus ball by his own player.
A tactical retreat on D side.
This is number 13 for Air Capital, trying to finish it off.
I'm going to try to pinch him out right here.
Unfortunately, that's a tough Dorito to dig him out of. As I say that, I'm totally wrong. He instantly dies because I'm bad at this.
No, I think D side traded it with him.
Okay.
Or, yeah, he got him.
So Air Capital Threat's going to walk it in.
All right, so we have Malaysia checking in, New York,
Nice.
Ontario, Canada, Atlanta, Georgia, Yokosuka, Japan. We have Belgium.
Okay, Japan just chimed in to tell us how badly we're butchering the pronunciation.
Much dishonor on my dialogue, on my pronunciation. Alaska, wow.
We're global, baby.
It's Mr. Worldwide. We're in the 305. We're in the 407. We're playing paintball. Dale, Papa.
We're the greatest. All right, Ryukyu Kings coming out. They're going to be on the left, and we got Dynamic on the right. Good match. Time is starting to become a concern, right? We're down to 3 minutes. Dynamic has a slight edge. 3 minutes is not the end of the world, but Ryukyu Kings can't let them let themselves get locked into some long, drawn-out, stalematey battle. If you're the Dynamic coach, if you're the Kings coach, when would you buzzer out? What time on the clock would you say, okay, just got to get out of this game? We're at 3 minutes. I'd say like a minute, minute and a half. If Kings are not on the verge of winning this, I got to towel out. Oh, we have a difference of opinion. Chat's also saying it's pronounced Ryukyu. So controversy here on the semi-pro field. Bursting open.
God's eliminated. On Dynamic.
Dynamic takes a walk. Kings, and I'm just going to say Kings from here on out to avoid the controversy. Kings have a good spread. I believe they're 5 alive at the moment. Although that Snake Tower's got to watch his hopper.
Yeah.
It is real close. So we got the Snake side can, home, the Dorito side can, Dorito 1, and the Snake Tower. It's really more of a defensive position for the Kings. This isn't really the best formation to attack this field in.
We got a big bump from Kings D side in the 50.
But Dynamic peeling off players. Well, Dynamic players peeling off.
Where the D side 50 is just taking bites. And he's posted up on.
Yeah, there it is.
It's a low corner, that little tiny like gap you used to shoot right through it, man.
So Dan, number 17 over there, trying to find some work. He's going to wrap. Not be able to get a shot in on the home. Oh, I think he might have taken the insert out.
We have a check here on Dynamic Can.
Uh-oh. And I see a flag coming. There it is. So minor on Dynamic, that is not what they needed, but for Kings, that's absolutely what they needed. Now they need to recognize it quick and finish out the game. There's Pew, number 5 for Kings.
Pew or Puh?
We cannot keep questioning pronunciations. Now we're giving the audience fuel for our ignorance.
Oh, man. Kick this transfused guy out of here.
I'm going to call it Pugha.
Okay, here we go. Ryukyu is the proper way to pronounce it. Thank you, Eric C.
Well, we have 2 opposing chat views on proper pronunciation.
Yokosuka, Japan. Let us know how to pronounce it properly. Let's see a third opinion.
Please, Internet, figure this out for us. I need the production crew to line up a bunch of AI chat bots that can just answer questions for me. And
that'd be awesome, right?
Yeah, using AI for good and not evil.
Belgium, Sacramento.
Okay, fun fact, the Ryukyu Kings are almost entirely made up of active duty Air Force, Navy, Army, and Marines. The team was created out of Okinawa, Japan, and they all came back together for the Cup.
That's amazing.
That is an amazing fact.
It's this type of lore and this type of history and just stories that just makes paintball what it is today.
Wow.
Do you think there's their own story, you know?
You think there's a script writer behind the scenes, like rigging these playoffs to make sure that the most dramatic teams get in? Oh, here we go. Dramatic pronunciation.
Could I say this in like, fun fact, the Ryukyu Kings are almost entirely made up of active duty Air Force, Navy. Yeah, I'm done. I'm kicked out of here, guys.
Yeah, you're done. Okay, we're now demonetized, so the rest of this broadcast is being brought to you by no sponsors. All right, here we go. Tied up with 4 minutes on the clock. Jackpot, Capital Threat. Air Capital Threat right now is the favorite of the audience. They think they have about a 60% chance of winning. Doesn't help that they lose their Snake Tower immediately. You know what Jackpot didn't do? They didn't double up that can.
Interesting. I guess they want to try something different.
Yeah, so instead they get into the Snake, although he's getting a check.
Oh, he's on his back.
Yeah. Here's another pro tip as a player. If you got a ref checking your opponent, don't light up the ref. It really shortens that paint check. The odds of you getting the kill dip.
Okay, we got a 50 bump from the looking D side now.
Jackpot player in that can is having hopper problems over here on the Snake side. So if that's his son up there, his son's on his own.
I believe we have 3 alive over at Capital.
Yeah. Jackpot has the D2. They now have Snake.
Oh, we're going to trade right here?
Mini wall. Oh, no, the Snake, and for Jackpot, is having a gun problem, too. This entire Snake side for Jackpot is struggling with guns.
Okay, here we go. We have 1 man left.
Yeah, Capital Threat losing players to flags.
If you're the coach, would you let them battle it out, or?
I would probably give it a fixed time. In my head, I would probably say, look, I'm going to give him 30 seconds, and if he doesn't pull something in the next 30 seconds, then I'm going to towel it.
Absolutely.
And a drop back may not be the way to pull this out. But that said, a lot of the Jackpot players are having gun problems. It may not be as lopsided as you think. Movement up the middle by Jackpot.
How many bodies are left over at Jackpot?
Jackpot has the can with a gun down. Jackpot has the snake with a gun down. And Jackpot has player up the middle.
In that situation, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
but,
no, you're good.
Like some people say, if you're still alive, you still could make the call outs, right? Even though your hopper's down. Would you work if you're up bodies? Would you work on your hopper, or would you work on just seeing where the bodies are and calling it out to your teammates?
I would give it a chance, and then I would go ahead and switch to talking it up. So speaking of talking up, thank our sponsors. If you get a chance, you're on the stream. Thank the sponsors. They make this broadcast possible. Right? We're the smaller brother to the big field, the pro field, and it's enormously helpful that the sponsors help us out. So if you help out our sponsors, they'll continue to help us out, and we can bring you this great commenting duo here in the booth. So here's my other answer. If I have gun problems or I'm out of paint, you know what I do? I get real aggressive. Because why not? Yeah. I draw guns. I'm going to get into their 50. Well, I'm going to try to get into their 50 or their cross, and I'm just going to let them shoot the hell out of me.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I remember in Canada, some of the guys that are called up for their gun being down, they say, "I'm drunk." They yell, "I'm drunk."
Ah, interesting. I'm drunk.
I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
All right, tied match with a minute 30 on the clock. Let's see if the teams decide to go for the win or just go for the overtime. All right, a little bit more aggressive breakout over there for the Kings. They get into that D3 on the breakout. I don't think their coach told them sit on it. I think their coach told them go try to win it. Oh, first player walking off for Dynamic over on that Dorito side. We're going to approach the 1 minute mark. So in a second, in a few seconds, you're going to hear the 60-second voice come over the announcement, and then you're going to see you might see a real behavior shift. Yeah, players start hearing that 60 seconds, they know it's giddy up and go time. Dynamic losing a couple players. Oh, Dynamic is in that D50, but he's hit. Yeah, he's hit on the visor. He's going to take a walk. I'm sorry, not Dynamic. That was a Kings player.
Oh, D-side's eliminated too.
So I think we answered the question, what did the Kings coach tell him? They told him go out and try to win it.
Oh, there we go. We stubbed.
We're at 30 seconds. Dynamic has a chance here.
Here we go. Moving. And they're pointing at each other. They don't know what's happening.
Not good. And there's going to be a flag. Oh, no. The last King player is going to be taken out. And he's going to be taken out because his teammate stayed on the field pointing and waving and instead of just getting up and going. Wow.
Look at the way that guy moved.
Wow. Dramatic ending for that. If this is a clean player for Dynamic, number 12, they're going to win this whole ball of wax. People don't want to win wax. Enchilada. Whole enchilada. People like enchiladas. I'm waiting for the call. Scoreboard has not been updated.
Oh, they're going to talk about it a little bit more.
They're going to have a conversation. Oh, the buzz. I think they have a buzzer problem.
Huh.
The refs are raising the level of difficulty by removing the buzzer from one end of the field.
Imagine that, just putting the buzzer in different bunkers. And
yeah, they move it around from point to point. Oh, that's lovely. I like that.
Hard God mode right there.
All right, I'm going to assume that Dynamic. Yeah, there we go. And there it is. Dynamic. Congratulations, oh, boy, butchering it. Dynamic. Congratulations, Dynamic. You are now an NXL champion. Well done, gentlemen.
Thank you to Zane Puh, the brother of Puh. That's how you pronounce it. Pew, pew, pew.
It's Puh, okay.
Like laser beams, he's my brother. Or Pew. Okay.
All right, so Jackpot taking the field again. Jackpot's up 3-2 over Air Capital Threat. There's 2:12 on the clock. That's enough time to grind it. I think we're back to that question of what do you do as a coach? At what point do you just, if you're Air Capital Threat and you're not winning this thing, you don't see yourself immediately winning it. At what point do you just throw the flag?
30 seconds.
I mean, sometimes you just got to switch it up. Like, you got to do something unconventional, right?
So if you're the coach and you're thinking about throwing the towel in, there's 2 points of time. There's a point at which you towel it to leave yourself enough time to win 2 points, and there's a point at which you, no question, you cannot towel it. And you better hope, even if it's a 1-on-5, you just have to let your player try. Capital Threat immediately loses their snake side can. Jackpot aggressively moves up the middle. They're well positioned to stop any run-throughs.
Capital with 50 looking for heads.
Yeah, Air Capital with that left side wedge over, well, I say left side. It should be the Dorito side wedge on the 50. They've also got this snake side tower. So we're at a minute 45. They need to start making moves. And they have no presence out here on the snake side for Capital Threat.
Jackpot is playing pocket game right now.
As well they should.
Yeah. All right,
Man.
aggressive moves up them.
All right, minute 30. So we had this conversation. Would you towel it now if you're the Air Capital Threat coach? I mean, your team's still well in good position. Oh, my God, they are doubled up.
Just bump that bunker just a little bit.
Yeah, whoever bumps the bunker dies. They are doubled up at the 40
This is going to be an interesting
on the Jackpot side of the field. Oh, there he goes. Oh, nicely done.
Oh.
He's going to get blown up, but that's fine. Great move, got him through the middle.
That was a 3-pack right there.
Now his teammates need to capitalize it and go, go, go. There's 1 minute.
Oh, my goodness. This is going to be spicy.
Wow. What do we have left over here for Capital Threat, though? Capital Threat over there on that Dorito side.
Jackpot has 2, one on D1 and one on the can.
Yeah, Capital Threat in the D2. They have nothing over here on the snake side. It might just be that D2.
Yeah.
You're at 36 seconds. Oh, no, I take it back. I think there's a D50 for Capital Threat, so they're bunched up over there. Yeah, there he is. Oh, you have no time. You've got to do something. You've got to do something if you want to win this. Jackpot is in a good position to stop it, but 15 seconds. You've just got to throw caution.
Now or never. It's now or never.
Yeah. Capital Threat, you need to be threatening right now. And no, that's a drop back by the Air Capital Threat player. He's not watching the clock. To drop back to the home in this situation.
It's tough when you're tunnel vision.
Yeah. And there you go.
Look at that. Look at that.
What a messy ending. You think that's father and son hugging there on the field for Jackpot?
I think so. Look at that. Look at that.
That is beautiful, man. I'm going to hug you. That was just, yeah,
man.
there we go. We got to get in on the love. Congratulations to Jackpot. Well done, gentlemen. What a messy, messy ending, but you pull it out. Wow, if you're Air Capital Threat, you got to go home and thinking, man, we could have done things a little bit different there. But honestly, at that point in the game, things were stacked against them. Jackpot really were in the best position. So I wouldn't beat yourself up too much. Jackpot, well done. Congratulations. All right, we do have Dynamic coming back out.
9-second point.
Okay. All right.
So, it's possible.
It's theoretically possible.
The record is 7 seconds, right?
You're right. The record is 7 seconds. I erroneously awarded the win to Dynamic. There was a little bit of time left on the clock. Dynamic, you need to win this so I don't look like a fool.
Quack. Flying V, guys. Let's go, boys. Let's get some action, boys. Let's do this. This is going to be the most exciting point. Let's do it.
They have to
Here we
fly.
go.
Kings have to just fly up the middle.
There we go.
Run through. Wow. Really successful penetration.
That's 2, 3. Nice try, boys.
Wow. Kings came close. Congratulations, Dynamic.
We got hopper dumps everywhere.
Yeah, hopper dumps everywhere. It's just a waste of paint. Keep your goggles on. Wow. All right. Congratulations to Dynamic and congratulations to Jackpot. You guys have come all the way down to the biggest event of the year, biggest event of really in the world, for paintball, and you're going to go home with a trophy. You're going to go home with a big trophy and maybe one of those novelty oversized checks. Well done.
The whole entire season, the blood, sweat, and tears are paying off, and nothing feels greater than getting that dub at the end.
That's amazing. That's going to be an amazing off season that you get to talk about. So congratulations. Any last words you want to shout out to your audience?
No, just stay hydrated, everyone. Play paintball, have fun, and love everyone.
Yeah. Hey, I can second that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And thanks everybody.
Awesome.